Hey everyone, so we've done a lot of work on the core and oftentimes we do a lot of stretching poses. Today I want to focus on more of the back, chest opening poses on our tummy so that you can learn to activate your core to support your back structures, to make sure that you keep your spine nice and straight, up against gravity, and always decompressing using your proper muscles. So we're going to start out on our hands and knees. We're just going to kind of rock back and forth just to warm up. Hands are right under your shoulders, and you're going to lean forward with your pelvis back and forth, back and forth. And then let's just slowly tuck our toes under, lift our sit bones, and press back into down dog just to kind of stretch out our back sides and breathe. Pressing firmly through the palms of your hands and really pull the navel to the spine. Tailbone straight up toward the ceiling, sinking those heels down, sway your hips side to side. You can alternate bending your knees side to side to accentuate that stretch on the back side of your legs. And breathe. And come all the way down, lower your knees. And let's just do a little bit of a spine warming up. Inhale, sink your belly down. Exhale, tuck and scoop your belly. Inhale up. And exhale, tuck and scoop and round your spine. Inhale up. Keep the shoulders down and away from your ears. And exhale, tuck and pull. Inhale up. And exhale. And then I'm going to just come all the way down on my belly. And let's place our forehead. First, stack your hands on one on top of the other. Place your forehead down. Shoulders are drawn down and away. And go ahead and tuck your tailbone slightly under to create this little tiny space below your navel. Pretend as if you have a little bit of a spider under that belly button. You don't want to squash it. So tucking your tailbone and elongating the crown of your head away from the tailbone is going to help you to activate the core. We're going to go ahead and lift our both legs up and down, but I don't want the strength to come from your low back muscles. I want it to be stabilized from the core. So then you feel your core supporting your extension. Too often, we flare out the ribs, and without any protection from the core, we go into this hyperextension, really overactivating what's called the quadratus lumborum, which compresses our low back and tightens the full back side of our bodies, which causes an imbalance between the core and the back, and you end up with herniations, hip pain, and everything else in between. So as you lift, don't worry so much about how high you can lift your legs. Worry about tucking your tailbone slightly under and feeling the core engaged. Pulling the rib cage down and that navel to the spine and checking to see if that spider is still alive. And back. One more. Inhale and exhale. Good job. This time, I'm going to place my hands outside of my mat. Fingers kind of pushing down, fingertips actually. And then I'm going to straighten my legs, pointing my toes away, activating my legs. Tuck your tailbone slightly under, shoulders drawn down and under, away from the ears. Inhale and exhale, lift, really protecting my core. So I'm not hyperextending into my back, but I'm pulling up using my core and back. A little bit of the arms to keep my low back safe. Inhale and exhale, lift. Keep your head in line with your spine. Inhale and exhale, lift. Tuck your tailbone under, and that's going to keep your spine nice and safe. Inhale and exhale, lift. And down. Inhale and exhale, lift. and down. Inhale and exhale. Lift. My legs are active. My shoulders are drawn down and away from my ears. Everything is nice and stable. And then I'm going to gently place my forehead down. I'm going to extend my arms above my head. I'm going to lift my right leg up and left leg and down. Left arm, right leg and down. Inhale and exhale. Same thing applies. Tucking my tailbone down and away. Pulling my crown away from the tailbone and left and down. Right arm and left leg and down. Left arm, right leg and left. And back down. And lift all four limbs. Tuck your tailbone under. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Then I want you to press back. Sink your hips down into child's pose. And extend your arms away from you. Get a good stretch, sinking your hips down onto your heels. Pulling your arms up overhead, sinking deeper into those hips, feeling that stretch in your low back. And if you've done it correctly, you should feel it more in your core than you did on the back side of your low back. Oftentimes, we have an imbalance in our bodies to where the backside fires so much more to compensate for the weakness of the core. So if that's the case, you're going to be sore in the back. So always check yourself and make sure you're not doing that. Because with everything else that we've got to worry about, that's the last thing you want to worry about is the low back. Because when the low back binds tight, it's going to affect your hips and you're going to have hip issues. So sitting up nice and tall, let's just stretch. Pull the left heel into the pubic bone. Sitting up nice and tall, inhale your arms up overhead. You're going to turn your torso towards that right side. My right toes are straight up. They're not out to the side. They're not towards the middle, but they're straight up. And I've actually gotten my quads to fire so that they're very active. So turn toward that leg, elongate from your torso and stretch forward. Do the best you can. If this is where you feel the stretch, that's where you need to be. Okay? You're going to continue to walk your hands down and see if you can keep the left hip down to pull that stretch. Remember that quadratus lumborum that I said on the backside? Many of you probably have a lot of tightness there. So you're going to feel the stretch into your QL. And breathe for 5. 4, breath with movement. With every exhalation, see if you can go a little bit deeper. Inhale and exhale. And come all the way up, keeping your spine nice and straight. Let's switch our heels. Right heel toward the pubic bone, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale your arms up, toes up with the left toes. Turn your torso and stretch forward and grab a hold of that toe or your foot and try to be square toward that full leg, keeping the right hip down to make sure that you're stretching the right torso or your QL. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And come all the way up. And I'm going to stretch both legs out. However wide you can do is fine. If you find that you tend to kind of sink into your hips like this, slouching your back, I want you to see if you can elevate your sits bone by putting a block under your sit bone or a book or something like a cushion would do just fine. It's going to allow for more room for you to rotate your pelvis on your femur head. Okay, sitting up nice and tall, you're going to walk your hands forward, keeping your toes straight up toward the ceiling. And do the best you can. And if you can't go as far as I can, staying right there to where your threshold of that stretch is, but pull away from pain. Less is more always. You can always grow into getting length in the muscle if you're patient with it. Use your breath to go deeper. Take a deep breath in and exhale as you ease into it. And this is how you connect to your body. Know your limits, respect your body, and just go with how it feels for you rather than comparing yourself to other people. Come all the way up. Let's bring our soles of your feet together, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders down, and pull. But I'm going to lead with my chest, keeping that nice openness in the chest. We worked a lot in the back, which we probably will do more of to make sure we have a nice even balance in our bodies. Inhale and exhale. And as I say, ease into the stretch. Respect your body and breathe into that tightness. Don't force. Be gentle and be patient. And take a deep breath in and exhale. And come all the way up. I'm going to stretch out my legs. Inhale your arms up. And we're going to go over to the left side, stretching into that left side. Inhale and exhale. 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 And come all the way up and pull the feet together loosely. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. Raise your arms up overhead and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Raise your right arm up. Inhale and exhale over to the left. Inhale up. Raise your left arm and exhale over to the right. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good job. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will be back with more next week.